one other story, not one other, but just a story that someone asked me to look up yesterday. Mothers who are fired or don't go back to work because they refuse, those misogynist anti-vaxxers who refuse to get vaccinated, might have to pay back what they've been topped off for maternity leave if the reason for which they're laid off or ultimately terminated is because they didn't get vaccinated. Now, this is from My Prince George Now. It looks like I don't know if it's NewsGuard certified. I just looked it up. It looks to be a Prince George news publication. Prince George is I know it's in British Columbia. I think it's let's just see where Prince George is. I think it's on the coast, but not on Victoria Island in like north of Vancouver. Prince George. Oh no, Prince George, because it is an island. Yeah, British. Where is it? It's north. I know someone who goes fishing there. Prince George, British Columbia. Where is it? Show me a map so that I can visualize. Okay. That shows me nothing. The map shows me nothing. Whatever. It's in British Columbia. So it looks like it's if it turns out to be like what is it called? The Conservative Beaver. If it turns out to be like one of those websites, I'll correct myself. But in as much as I can do a due diligence on my PrinceGeorgeNow.com, I did. Unvaccinated mothers facing up to $50,000 in maternity leave repayment to BC government. And by the way, full disclosure, little something you may not have known. I was accused of having taken maternity leave as a joke by some people. I took parental when our first child was born. It's a great program. You don't get paid, but there's a government supplement that makes it the burden of not working a little easier. You pay into the plan with your tax dollars. And I took, I think it was 2 months. It was fun. It was like, it was time that I took off so that I could help Marion with our firstborn. And it's maternity leave, even if it's not supplemented, should be all right. But whatever. So I took it once upon a time. Then I went back to work and I continued paying an excessive amount of tax to supplement these types of programs. Mothers on maternity leave who are not fully vaccinated against COVID-19 working in the BC public service are not only at risk of losing their jobs, but repaying the entirety of their maternity leave top-up benefit as well. The stories all share similar key points. And I've heard about this and I understand it. Basically, well, here. For the women, maternity leave started before October 2021 and before provincial vaccine mandates were announced. They all decided to accept the government's top-up benefit, which pays about 80% of the usual salary in a given position, expecting to go back to their job on their predetermined return to work date. This is agreed to with the knowledge that if you quit, find another job, or don't go back, or this is bringing back memories now, you can get a top-up on the basis that you go back to work. If you don't, if you miss your return date, you'll be liable to pay back that amount. This return date cannot be postponed. The province instituted its vaccine policy for employees on November 8, 2021, requiring employees to be vaccinated in order to be hired or continue to work. If a mother on maternity leave is unvaccinated and is denied an exemption, they are in a position to miss their return to work date and be liable to have to pay back the entirety of their top-up benefit from $20,000 all the way up to $50,000 in some cases, or they can prove vaccination and return to work without a problem. Because I think the $50,000 was the max top-up you can get of the top-up. A statement from the provincial government to MyPG Now reads, the vaccination policy stipulates that BC public service employees who do not receive 2 doses, listen to the way they're going to not say it directly, but just confuse you. The vaccination policy stipulates that BC public service employees who do not receive 2 doses of vaccination against COVID-19 or refuse to disclose their vaccination status, because that would result in not coming back if they're not up to date, and do not have an approved exemption request, are to be placed on leave without pay for a period of at least 3 months, after which they may be terminated. And then it goes into some more details. This is Canada, people. Can you imagine actually, like, this is a new mother who's probably breastfeeding, and if you're anything like some of the people I know, you might be breastfeeding for up to 2 years. You may just have some concerns about entering any foreign substance into your body that might make its way out of your body into your baby. This is woke socialism at its best. Rob A. I mean, it's an insightful observation. When you're indebted to the government owns you, and they start off with giving you benefits, and then those benefits become obligations. I will call it breastfeeding until I'm blue in the face. Some of these misogynist anti-vaxxer women who are concerned at this point more so about their baby than themselves. No, I may not want to do that. You may have to not get rehired, and you may have to pay back your top off of your maternity leave supplement. But it's pretty disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. Par for the course. And then good luck challenging it. You'll spend your $50,000, even if you win, on a lawyer for these absolutely discriminatory policies. Absolutely discriminatory policies. And then a woman who doesn't want it, a woman who does not want it, is a misogynist anti-vaxxer who just takes up space. And Andrew, it's a good-looking avatar, good photo. I was given a 6,200, and just so no one accuses me of a Meredith here, I mean physically attractive. I meant that the avatar is well framed. It's good lighting. It's a beautiful black and white photograph. I'm immediately fearing cancellation. Viva Fry acted like Meredith with one of the hosts on Who Wants to, whatever that shows. I was given a $6,255 fine at Pearson Airport when entering Canada and not using ArriveCan. The police officer told me, you absolutely have the right to not use the app, but will be fined if you don't. This is you absolutely have the right to break the law, but you'll go to jail if you do. It means you don't have the right. You have the right to not do what I'm telling you, but I'm going to crack your skull with a baton if you don't. You have the right. Bob Piffle, a few things. Keep on fighting the good fight. Thank you. Never cut the hair. Okay, hold on. Keep on fighting the good fight. It will be difficult. Thank you. Never cut the hair. Beware of Delilah. The only problem with the hair is it actually looks like it looks dry and whatever. Take time away from the good fight from time to time and take us fishing. God bless. And by the way, I like that avatar too. I just noticed the skull and crossbones in the trees. Thank you very much, Bob Piffle. I think the hardest thing, and this is not for sympathy, the hardest thing is taking time away from the good fight. It's an obsession. It's for good or for bad, it's an obsession. And it's tough to take time away from it because it's always on the back of your mind. Now, while we're on that, thank you very much for that generous super chat. I'm going to go to Rumble France and see if I've missed anything. Oh, and they're saying the JCCF. So we got Salty Maple. He says the JCCF and Democracy Fund are trying to fight this.